Hello guys, I'm gonna try to keep it simple and short. Last prediction was that the sellers start to come in, but we haven't got the sign of a pullback. So we saw the jumping above and continuing small one. You can see the volume is decreasing, and small divergences. Momentum start to be negative, and I think it's time. Maybe we're gonna see the pullback this week. Um, the momentum is basically gone, but still in shorter time frame we can see smaller divergences for the moving for the upside. You can see it here. This is going up, this is going down, so smaller, but in the bigger picture we can see momentum. Even if the price goes up, momentum is decreasing. So what I would like to see for confirmation that we're gonna see, we saw here the break, but we need a confirmation maybe below the 30 and even coming back below the 20. So this is the area which we want to see the stochastic and also the price section going below the closing below the 452 area. So not just spike but a close, and remember that any pullback will, I think, immediately bring some buyers. We have a lots of let me go for the daily. You can see it here, lots of gaps left behind. So now a lots of people will look for opening below the 454 even, because this is where the price action ends. This is a small doji, even though inside. Uh, so get ready for it. If we don't see it and still we're gonna see a continuation to the upside, probably meet for the top. At the moment, the SPY is still much stronger than the Qs. It could try to reach to the 458, try to reach there and touch and then reverse. It basically need a reversal because it's too extended to the upside. If we gonna look for the Qs, you're gonna see the Qs much weaker. You can see it here, got rejected, got a new high in this area. If you go for the 4-hour chart, you can see it try to spike and reverse. Um, any spike to the upside immediately got sellers. Try to spike again, got the sellers. So you have a basically, you can see if this is the up, the high 38,945. This the close. You can see 30,8940. So the sellers immediately push inside and don't let it. So the timeline is the mostly daily. So basically in bigger time frames. So you see the break and then it would immediately push for the downside. So now we have a close below there, and you can see even, sorry, the stochastic and the stochastic RSI is facing to the downside, so we might see a pullback. Will it be a bigger pullback? If we watch, sorry, the Qs, it's much weaker, and it started to give the pullback, and the first the 380, this is the area to closing the gap, 378, 380 area. Try to close the gap and then find some support. It could push the S&P for the downside, but at the moment the S&P is still strong. I want to see it uh, moving and closing below the 453, and then we can talk about for the SPY going for the 440. So you can see it here also. The price move up. This is moving down. Momentum is down. So we just need moving below here. But you see any pullback, it immediately create divergence for the upside. So if we try to predict where it goes, probably for this retest and then coming back to the upside, and then if we're gonna see the seller start creating lower highs, we're gonna know that we're gonna see a deeper pullback. So let's go it quickly for Tesla. Tesla did what we saw it. It started to see a little bit weakening. You can see, even though it did a break, it tried to break again, immediately failed. So started to be a little bit negative. Momentum started to be negative. This was going to be negative, but again, divergence for the upside. So I think we're gonna see another start of a little bit push for the upside before we're gonna see a deeper pullback. Here again, if it was a little bit higher, created divergence, I would more incline for the movement for to the bearish side. But at the moment, I think we gonna see yes, there is probably divergence. Let me check. This is 712. Yes. So another push for the upside. And then we're probably gonna see a pullback. If we go for Apple again, very weak. We can see the cross inside the tunnel, but any pullback will face the buyers. Again, here you can see it already started. So you can see it here. And if we take the Fibonacci level, let's say from here, we can see where the end zone you can have here, there, and 182. At the moment, momentum start to be negative. But any pullback, so be very careful with the pullbacks. You have the reversal, but it can immediately touch and bounce again. And at the moment, this is what I'm seeing. Gonna touch and bounce back. Um, yeah, let's see if anything else happened with Nvidia. The same goes here. Even it had a nice stats. It immediately pull back again, probably going for much deeper pullback here, which is good. It cleared the divergence. It did it because you can see it here. It can do a little more push and then the reverse, and then you have the reversal. This is what I'm waiting for. So if we go back again to Apple, you're going to see what I'm waiting for. Nvidia did it. So Apple gonna push, try to move up, create divergence for the reversal, and then push for the downside. So Meta, let's see if we have something else. Same goes here, didn't finish, probably another pull, move up, and deeper pullback. You have those dynamic area for support. Nothing much here. Momentum is negative, so basically any close below this one, a pullback. So in inside day, if you see it here going down, you can take the downside, I think, intraday, not for investment. Um, mRNA, let's see. Most of my prediction was right because we didn't get the sign for the reversal. So it was basically continuation with the lower volume. You can see also here lower volume. It pushed a little bit higher. My end zone was 84, so it might give us another attempt. There is no much, maybe here divergence, but I wanted to cross below the 50. So if it crossed below, we can take a bigger movement for the downside, but it didn't. It struggled here, so it didn't finish. You can see it here, very indecision for most of the market. BA. EotEOY was very strong. We got the sign for reversal. I think it was on the 1 hour chart. Where is the 20th here? So you saw here the reversal. I thought it would push a little bit lower, but it just continue, and now we have the sign of reversal. So again, remember, any pullback will immediately get bought. So be very careful because there is a lots of profit in the table from the buyers, so they can basically average down their profit with the rest of the share and try to push the market even higher. So be very careful with it. Um, gold. Gold did a small pullback and tried to bounce up, but failed. So it got rejected. It tried to spike, immediately failed. Tried to spike, immediately failed. Tried to spike, immediately failed. Here, try to spike, immediately fails. So I don't know if it managed to break and close above, it immediately spike higher. And I think many people are waiting for it, but at the moment, even though momentum start to be negative, positive here, it gives a sign of a deeper pullback. If we watch it on the 1 hour chart, uh, uh, nothing much sideways, don't give us any indication of sellers in the house. If we check it on the daily, we can see a bigger triangle here. Try to break it. I don't know if you can call it a break for the upside, but with a bearish momentum. So we just spike up, sell, try to push up, try to hit the 190 and all-time high. And at the moment, gold seems very positive. You can see it break the big trend, it break the small trend here and try to push higher. But anytime it try to break, some people are selling. So it needs to spike higher in order to bring all the stop losses and make a little bit squeeze. You see, there is no volume. This is what worries me up. There is no volume. If we check the silver, again, deeper pullback and then immediately pull up, deeper, smaller pullback, immediately try to push up for the end zone. If we check it here, you can see touch and manage to break, so I can see the continuation. This is what I want to see with the gold. It's gonna have our time here to reach here, but I think we are in a positive mood for the gold and the silver. So I could see continuation. It doesn't mean we won't gonna see a pullback, but the momentum is very positive for the gold and silver. If we check the IWM, the Russell, it's still compared to the S&P and the Qs, it's weak. You can see the big rejection, try to break, making some sort of flag. It's still very positive here, so you could imagine the move here and the flag. So it's probably gonna try to close above here and push the market to the upside. If we check it on the power chart, you can see it's a positive, nice positive move. Um, some sort of small divergences for the move for the upside. So just close below the this area. You can push it a little bit for the 185 area, 183, 185. If we go smaller time frame, you can see um, the big gap, but it's still strong. So this is a nice flag. This is higher lows, higher lows, and I know this is lower highs, and I don't know, you can call it higher highs. So indecision, some try to break the pattern and then burst outside. So If we try to sum it up, I try to make it short. Momentum is still strong to the upside. It's weakening. There is small volume. So any close in red below the last pullback will make a deeper pullback. But because we have a very strong market, a lot of profit here in this big move, I don't think we're going to see immediately like a V-shape for the downside. I think we're going to see it slowly grinding lower, trying to bring more buyers, averaging down some price. There are a lot in profit here, so they can bring more buyers to the party and fight, and they will try to find some support, and it will be good for the market to take some relief, resting a little bit, and try to push for the end of the year. Intraday, I will be more look for the short side. There is enter for a lot of short positioning in option for this week and for the third week of December, the expiration. Will they have the power to squeeze them out for the end of the year, end of the rally? I don't know. But at the moment, we still don't have the confirmation in the indicator of the moving down, but we could see the momentum is weakening. So this is it, guys. Nothing changed with my prediction. Hope you like it. Try to make it short because there's nothing, I don't know, much news. So have a good and see you guys later.